destructive hurricane in U.S. history. It lasted about 2 weeks from its formation to its dissipation. It formed on August 16th, became a Category 5 hurricane on the 23rd, and dissipated on the 26th. Though it was somewhat short-lived, it caused a truly devastating amount of damage. Hurricane Andrew absolutely decimated the following states: Louisiana, the Bahamas, Florida, and much of the southern United States. The hurricane cost each of these states, each of these affected areas, a tremendous amount of money. In total, approximately $26 billion. After the hurricane passed southern Florida, the Bahamas, and other places around the Gulf, Mexico, initially they thought they wouldn't need foreign aid, but they underestimated the scope of the damage. Most of the damage occurred in Florida. It is estimated that throughout Florida, some 63,000 houses were destroyed, leaving at least 175,000 people homeless. Thankfully, countries such as Japan and Canada sent help to the affected areas.
A little storm near the coast of Africa on August 14th, the system quickly moved westward. On August 15th, meteorologists were classifying it as a tropical cyclone, with a max wind speed of 20 miles per hour. Everything was fine until a decrease in shear allowed the deprivation to intensify into Tropical Storm Andrew. By early August 18th, the wind speeds had reached 50 miles per hour, and as the week progressed, an eye was found, classifying Andrew as a Category 1 hurricane. Now, Andrew was predicted to make landfall near Jupiter, Florida. Favorable conditions on the hurricane's path caused it to rapidly intensify. On August 23rd, the storm attained the Category 5 status with devastating wind speeds of up to 155.
Hurricane Andrew's path started on August 16th and August 17th as a tropical depression over the mid-Atlantic. Soon after, on August 23rd, it hit the Bahamas as a Category 5, and at its strongest, it briefly turned into a Category 4 when it got over the Gulf of Mexico. Right before it hit the southern Florida, it regained its strength as a Category 5 hurricane, completely devastating Elliott City and Homestead. Several hours later, it emerged over the Gulf of Mexico on its projected path. Andrew weakened once more just to come over Louisiana. This landfall caused Andrew to weaken to a depression while crossing the Mississippi River. As if the hurricane was not enough, it spawned at least 28 tornadoes along the Gulf Coast. Once Andrew hit the Appalachian Mountains, it was stranded over land and eventually disappeared as one of the most destructive and costly hurricanes in American history.
Hurricane predictions can fall into two categories: seasonal probabilities and the track of a current hurricane. These two fields are very different in their methods and approaches. Scientists use satellite images and Doppler radar and calculate the amount of storms that will make landfall. They predict wind speeds and wind intensities to see if the storm will hit land. They also track the hurricane, which shows where the storm might hit and an idea of where it could go next. They also use the intensity of previous storms to predict named storms.